Yeah. I mean, the Ben Simmons situation, it's just, it's odd to me. I think both sides haven't handled it well, right? I think Ben's kind of feeling sorry for himself right now. I know for me, man, the way he handled that practice that he participated in, that tells a lot. That shows a lot for me, like as a person, as a competitor. Because if you're gonna go out there and just go through the motions when you got guys that are sacrificing, and those are brothers that you've went to war with. Like, you've been in the heat of battle with those guys, and then you go out and do that. Like, I'm gonna lose a lot of respect for you. Like, Joel Embiid, his reaction when he said, "I don't care about that man," I felt him wholeheartedly.
We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.
It ain't nothing I want more. Ain't nothing I want more.
Mic check.
I told you when I first came here, I said I ain't come here to waste my time. I came here, they gave us a chance to get in like we asked for, and that's
Episode
what we
58.
gotta do. Job still ain't done, but I said,
Yeah, this is a message for the athletes, man.
We're trying to get in, our work ain't done yet.
Yes, sir.
But we fighting for it. And that fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here. I got my coffee, man. I'm feeling good.
Clock in. Clock in.
Yeah, he a fool, man. He got me hyped. He got me hyped for this one, man. Dame Dollar, shout out. Yes, sir. I can't even fake, though. I was close to pulling out my notes and just start writing when I heard this joint. I was very close. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let it ride. As always, Brush is in the building. Nico, what's goody? Yeah. I'm here, man. I'm solo dolo, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it, man. Shout out to big bro Marshall. Not with us now, but he's here in spirit, man. Shout out to KCQ, Andrew. Let's get to it.
Yeah. You ready? Yeah.
Let's get to it. Yeah, that's hard, dog. That's hard. Episode 58, I believe. 58.
57.
Is it 57?
It's 57.
Yeah, 57. Are you sure?
57.
Okay, 57. Man, crazy. We almost done with season 3. I feel like it went by kind of fast. Slow but fast. And
like COVID, bro.
Yeah.
Slow and fast at the same time.
It's wild, man. I mean, this whole year, it's on the drive here, I'm thinking like, yo, 21 is like almost over.
60 days left in the year, bro.
It's really almost over. And I think that's a good segue to just like, self-reflect, right? Like on the year and, what blessings came and, things that we may have had some goals for that we didn't hit, or just reflect on the year and how we can prepare to be better, right? So I don't want to get too deep on that, but I was reflecting, like it's been a just kind of like a cruise control year in my opinion, but productive, right? So yeah, I would encourage y'all, man, just to kind of think about that. Like E said, we got 60 days left within the year, so as always, man, we want to finish strong and clock in for those 60 days. So
Clock in.
yeah,
Clock in.
short in numbers here today, but we're still strong. Gotta shout out to my guy Marshall, man. For those of you who don't know, Marshall and Aaliyah just had their baby boy, Ace Cedric Hamilton, man. Shout out to Ace. I don't know the date, and I apologies for that, Marshall and Aaliyah. But Ace came, I guess 2 weeks ago. Came a month early, but was 7 pounds, which is crazy, man. He's gonna be a big boy, if he came on time. But God is good, man. He's healthy. Aaliyah's healthy, and I got a chance to meet him this past Tuesday, I believe. And I'll just say this, man. I still got the touch. Baby went right to sleep when I was holding him. But he's a calm baby, man, and it was cool to see Marshall like in that space. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. Crazy that we're fathers. Crazy that, Ace is here. And I'm just excited for Marshall, the baby, and, Aaliyah in their situation. Because babies, man, they're a blessing from God. No matter, if they're planned or not, they bring joy to you. And, yeah, it's a peaceful time for them. So I definitely pray for them and hope everything goes well. But shoot, I'm gonna be there soon as well, right? In December. For those of you who don't know my story, I have a 2-year-old, but I wasn't really there within his and his mom's process, right? When the baby came, I found out a couple months after. So. But this one, I've been there, through beginning to end, in a few months. So it's been a blessing, man. Like, thankfully, Jessica, my girlfriend, she's doing well. Had a doctor's appointment this past Tuesday, and baby looks good, man. So excited. We have a name, and I need y'all's opinion. Name's Caius, right? So. Caius, it means to rejoice. Actually, it's a biblical name. The Greek spelling is with a G. And Caius was actually...
where's the G go?
Huh? The G's silent. So it's Gaius. That's like the original spelling. But I want to spell it with a C, because that's like, I guess, the Americanized way to spell it. But you can also spell it with a K. So I need y'all's opinion. C or K?
C. N-I-C-C-O. I'm with C.
See, my man. My man.
Nico's Nikolai or Nico.
Yeah.
But
the C is just stronger to me, and it's a boy, right? So it's more, to me, it's more masculine.
I think it's more American, like you said.
Yeah.
The K's look Greek or something. They look like.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. I just think the K, like, I just think
it's more room for messing up the pronunciation.
You think?
If it's a C there, it's kind of easier.
I think so too. But people were like, well, if you see C, they're gonna say Caius, and I'm like,
they're gonna mess it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna mess it up.
They mess up my name.
Yeah.
I don't know how you mess up.
People, whenever I pronounce Austin, they're like Oscar. I'm like, no. It's Austin.
No, I think people always have the name they think for you in their head when they meet you or hear you the first time.
Yeah.
And if it isn't in their realm of what a name is, some people just shut you down.
Yeah.
But not like Caius, you said?
Caius. Yeah. So she liked the name Kai. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna name my kid like a nickname, right? Like Kai, it's for short. So I'm looking at, full names, under Kai, and found Caius. And as I mentioned, yeah, it's Greek. He actually, in the Bible, was a host to Paul.
He took him.
Yeah, took him Paul.
Was he Saul when he was?
I
he was taken in?
I don't believe so. I need to fact check that. Yeah, I think it was after. So yeah, it's a strong name, man. Caius Michael Quinn, which is Michael Quinn's my two middle names. So went on a little rant, but yeah, man, Hamilton family's growing, and I'm just glad, it's starting to equal out, because it wasn't looking too good for us from a boys' side. Walt got 2 girls, B-Ham got 2, but myself and Cederico, we're holding it down on the boys' side. So blessings, man, a lot of blessings. Hey guys, thanks for clocking in with us and making it this far into the episode. We want to continue these episodes for as long as possible, but we might need your help. If you click on the description on each episode, you'll find a link that reads "Support this podcast." If you enjoy keeping up with us, click on that link and you can make a monthly donation. All right, you guys hear enough of me talking anyways, so let's get back into the episode. So yeah, as we're short in numbers, we want to keep this episode pretty condensed. And, the message that I want to give today is really directed towards, the athletes, right? So we have the Goods Basketball, our basketball training company, and we wrapped up our fall sessions. And, I'm just thinking, around this time, this is when basketball seasons start. And you're preparing for your seasons. And I can remember I was reflecting my senior year, and I can remember like wow, this could possibly be it for me. And it was an exciting feeling, but also it was kind of sad, because within my career path at Elon University, I didn't set myself up to progress to that professional level and have a clear path, right? I had to really kind of grind, because I didn't know, years passed, inconsistent, within my numbers, battled through some injuries. So I'm on the fence am I going to be cut out to play at the next level, or do I need to get a job and start thinking that way? But I knew deep down inside, man, I wanted to continue to play. So as I'm preparing my mind and body for the season, I just kind of made that decision, I'm going to go for it. The time is now. And I really want to encourage kids, college athletes, and this doesn't just apply to sports. This applies to whatever you deem is something that you're trying to get to that next stage for. You're clocking, exactly. And really, man, that the message is to go for it, and the time is now. Really think about the work that you put in prior to this opportunity that's coming up. Some of you guys may have not put in as much work. Some of you, when you reflect, you can say, hey, I think I gave it my all, right? And if you're on that side, excuse me, if you're on that side of You're pleased with your work, the confidence is there, right? You put in the work, so build off of that and just attack it. And I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, when you got an opportunity that's coming up, like, where do you gain that confidence from? And I know for me, again, I always kind of reflect back to the work that I put in and realizing the work, it's gonna amount to something greater, right? Because you're running those sprints, you're getting up at 5 a.m. to go for workouts. It may not seem like it during the time, right? You may question yourself, like, what am I doing? But that's when I can lean on, like, okay, like those 5 a.m. workouts, those extra sprints, getting those extra shots up, sending those extra emails, it's preparing me for this situation now. So what are your guys' thoughts on, how to kind of attack the next opportunity?
For me, it's always just experience. I think I get my confidence from experience. My first time doing something, I'm super nervous, jittery. It's because I've never done it. I don't know what to expect. But for me, I think my confidence comes from experience. It comes from, my failures. And I learn from my failures. And it comes from my successes and my ability to figure stuff out.
Yep.
Like, I may come to a point where I don't know what to do or, how to recover from where I came from, but I just know deep down in my mind, like, I've been through this before, I can do it again. So for me, it's more just like my experience.
Yeah.
Whether good or bad.
Experience is the best teacher. Any thoughts?
I guess my confidence comes from when I get affirmation and confirmation that what I did on some previous work, like it affected somebody profoundly. That's where it comes from. Like, if something I did last week, you heard it and you were like, yo, that's hot. And then that kept me going to make the next one. I'm not really making music for tomorrow or today. I'm making it for like next year, so that next year when somebody presents the opportunity, I'm ready. I have something already queued up. I know I'm gonna feel good when I play this. I'm not gonna have any second thoughts about it.
Yeah, and that's powerful what you said. You're preparing for something that you can't see, right? And that's where the faith comes in, and the trust and belief in the work that you put in. That's super powerful, right? Again, going back to what I was saying, a lot of people are putting in the work, and it may be tough. The situation may not be, easy for you, but for me, it comes down to perspective, man. Like, and I've talked about this. Perspective, I think, is something that I think our society has really just kind of like forgot about when it comes to just how fortunate we are, especially if you live in this country. And I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but like, man, we're so fortunate. We're so fortunate. We just experienced a pandemic, man, and a lot of us are still here. We're still able to live comfortably. We still have our health, which is the most important thing. Clean water, like
AC, heat, like
clothes on our back. I can go on my fridge and eat a good meal, like
paved roads, sidewalks.
Yeah.
It's funny, but like,
nah, man, no civil unrest after all of that.
Yeah, like,
fortunately, not here.
It's
lanes, traffic,
and maybe it's the parent in me, but like, I think about this a lot, man. It's like, man, like, it's really not that bad. Like, it really is. It's great.
Now's the best time in history ever to be alive.
It really is. But you wouldn't think that way from social media.
I
And
think everybody's caught up on the results and not the journey.
because that's all you get to see
that's all you get to see, right?
is the results.
Yep.
If famous people, you just get to see.
I mean, you can see results and inquire further. Not everybody inquires more. They don't want to know everything. Some people, they want to know. Other people, they're just like, that's cool.
Yeah. And, I mean, going back to what you were saying about, everybody wants to see the results and not the journey. I mean, we just talked about that on the episode. Like, the work is a dream, right? Like, that's a part of it, man. That's a part of the journey. You have to put in the work, but you also have to have the perspective and just to just kind of the mindfulness to say, like, man, this work, what I'm doing right now, it's gonna amount to something. Like, it's not just stuff you just kind of throw away. Nah, like this work that I'm putting in, it's working towards something. And like you said, it may be a year from now, it may be a couple years from now, but eventually, it's going to catch up to you, man. I love that quote from Nipsey when he just talks about, his whole mantra with the marathon, right? Like, he didn't give up because he knew, man, like, life is a marathon, and, I can't stop. I can't stop. And Nipsey, it's crazy, man. Like, people that have just lived a full life. Like, I think of him, I think of Kobe. And there's just so many nuggets that these guys drop. Like, you go back to, like, old interviews. It's just sad that, we had to lose him so early. But yeah, I think, from the standpoint of, trusting the work that you're doing. And then also, I know in my situation, because I lost confidence, right, at a certain point, like in the middle of the season or the beginning of the season, you may start to question yourself. But again, lean on the work that you put in. Lean on your successes, like E was saying, right? I got to a point where I had to, like, go back and watch, like, high school highlights, for real. I had to go back and watch high school highlights.
That works, yeah. Going back
it really
to
does.
Yourself and seeing how you've grown really fuels you.
Yeah.
Because if I listen to music that I made 10, 15 years ago, I'm like, yo, where was I?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you might surprise yourself.
Yeah, seriously. But it's also like, man, I can do this. I've done it. Like, I've done it before. I've done it before. So what's stopping me now? What's stopping you now is the doubt that it's just been kind of clouding your mind.
You can't get too caught up on your future self.
You can't. You can.
You can plan, but
I think Michael Jordan said limits are like fears. They're often just an illusion.
Yeah.
It really is, man.
It's all
it really is. It really is all an illusion. And once I was able to like open my eyes, that's when it just clicked and things just started flowing. I got into a good rhythm. And I finished my season strong and, was able to propel some opportunities off of that year. And yeah, it came down to me just kind of realizing, man, and some people may joke at this, but I'm Austin Hamilton.
I'm him.
For real.
I'm him.
KD, I think KD had an interview, and he said, I forget what they asked him, and he's like, man, I'm Kevin Durant, dog. It just got me hyped. He's like, man, I'm Kevin Durant. What do you know who you're talking to? So yeah, man, I would encourage y'all, athletes, businessmen and women, whatever your craft is, don't be too hard on yourself. Reflect on what you've done, what you've accomplished, and realize, I'm that guy, I'm that woman, and just go for it. So. Clock In family, Aham here. Appreciate you all for making it this far into the episode. If you enjoy our content, we've got something special for you. Check out patreon.com/clockin or download the Patreon app that's spelled Patreon and search Clock In the podcast. You'll have a chance to become a subscriber of the podcast for access to bonus episodes, merchandise discounts, and much more, only at $5.10 a month. The link is also in the podcast description. All right, I'll shut up now and let y'all get back to it. Peace. That's really all I have, man, to be honest with y'all. I don't know if y'all have anything else to add.
If you want to talk about Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, yeah.
You think Westbrook is going to make it to Thanksgiving?
So,
Those two things that were on my mind.
yeah. I mean, the Ben Simmons situation, it's odd to me. I think both sides haven't handled it well, right? I think Ben's kind of feeling sorry for himself right now. I know for me, man, the way he handled that practice that he participated in, that tells a lot. That shows a lot for me, like as a person, as a competitor. Because if you're gonna go out there and just go through the motions when you got guys that are sacrificing, and those are brothers that you've went to war with. Like, you've been in the heat of battle with those guys, and then you go out and do that. Like, I'm gonna lose a lot of respect for you. Like, Joel Embiid, his reaction when he said, "I don't care about that man," I felt him wholeheartedly.
Yeah, 'cause you could tell he was fed up. But
Yeah.
You can also see other teams are looking at that dynamic.
Oh.
They're like, I can get to this team easily.
And I was just about to say that, right? Like, if I'm a GM of the Warriors, what's his name, Joe something, and I see that, like, yo, I'm sorry, man, I don't want you on my team.
Or if I'm the Celtics, I'm like, all y'all got to do is just talk about how weak their team is.
Yeah.
They don't have camaraderie, and it's a wrap.
Yes.
Like, it's like a...
How do you recover? Like, how do you, as a teammate?
Yeah, how do you have the...
I don't know how I can, like, recover from that, though. Like, there's just certain things as a competitor, as a person, it's like, yo, I can't forget that.
Not coming to practice is one thing, but like showing up with your phone in your pocket,
Just sulking.
You know what I'm like? That's a whole different story to me too. If you got something going on, I feel you. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Like, be a man and say that up front. But and if you don't have something going on and you just want to get out of Philly, like, be a man.
Yeah.
Man up.
Or just don't show up, dog. Like, and I'm sure it might have been like check related. Like, he may have to clock in, to get his check. Yeah. But I don't know, man. It's like, from a just like dignity standpoint, I can't rock with that. And then also on the other side, I don't think Doc, and I don't know the situation, but I don't think Doc Rivers and their staff handled it the right way. Because I believe he said, I don't know if we can win with him. Like, I'm almost positive he said that.
In the beginning.
I feel like that was the consensus right after the season.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knew.
Yeah. And then
you're a cancer. Everybody singled him out.
And you hear that, Ben Simmons, and he's what, 25? He's still a kid, basically. You hear that, it's like, that's depleting, man. I don't want to play for that guy.
Yeah, facts.
So
after I put my blood, sweat, and tears,
yeah,
maybe I wasn't good enough for your standards, but like,
right.
Gave it everything I got.
Doc Rivers wasn't there when he was first there, so he's kind of like, why is everything turning against me when I was the chosen one?
Right. So, when you have someone who isn't essentially like instilling confidence in you, I don't know how you recover from that, from that standpoint.
And that's your leader.
that's the leader. That's the one.
You gotta follow his guide.
That's the orchestrator, right? So yeah, I don't think it's been handled in the best situations on both sides. Last thing I'll say on this, the importance, and athletes hear me on this, the importance of just competing at a high level, but also just being a good teammate, man. Guys in the NBA who, I'll be honest with you, I could probably do more than them on the court, right? They stay in the league because of their character and just being a good teammate. Jared Dudley, come on, dog. Like, no disrespect to Jared Dudley, like, he's a pro, but tail end of his career, you can't tell me a youngin' overseas couldn't do more than him on the court. But it's bigger than that, man. So if you're on the cusp of making your team, be vocal, right? Little things like handing a teammate their water bottle. I know for me, like, I'm evaluating all of that, dog. If I'm a coach and I see a kid who may be more talented, but there's also a kid who is just selfless, man. Like, I want that selfless kid because we're trying to build a culture of good character and winning.
Yeah, that team culture stays after the cancer leaves.
Yeah. And I saw a quote from, I guess he was like an evaluator of Ben Simmons, and it basically said that, like, he wasn't a great teammate. And this was when he was like number one player in the country. You know, we knew he was going to be the number one pick. And he posted it and he was like, I wanted to be wrong on this, but here it is.
They said that with a lot of the young players, though. Like Wiggins, they said the same thing. He was playing a game.
Yeah.
Big cats. But remember Jimmy Butler was like, yeah, these kids, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's kind of the stigma.
It is.
They come in top 1, top 10, all these accolades, and they think that, you know, nobody can touch them. And then I think they get slapped in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Kids go through that. Do rookies go through what, like, Tony Kukoc went through as a rookie? Do they still go through that anymore with the vets? I don't know.
No, because you can't.
You can't. Society's changed.
It's also like, it's like, yo, these kids have like 7 million followers in high school. And then they're also probably making a bag too. So it's like, you know, they put themselves on a pedestal. Other people put them on a pedestal. And it's like, yo, like, you haven't arrived yet.
You haven't proven yourself yet.
You haven't arrived yet. That's why I like guys that are just about the work, right? Like, and again, Ben Simmons is a great player. I think he can help any team in the NBA, but he's got to look himself in the mirror at some point.
Want to.
Huh?
He's got to want to.
Yeah.
He's bad. It's something. Because that one under the rim pump fake kick out, it's like, bro, what's going through your mind?
Yeah, it's just mentally he's not.
Yeah, it's all mental.
Yeah, it's because he's supposed to be like the next LeBron, and you see him in these workout videos hitting jumpers.
Probably go 10 for 10.
Like cash. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. At some point, like, character plays a huge part. So, yeah, be mindful of that, athletes. And then what was the other? Westbrook, yeah. I mean, I see, like, I like Westbrook, man, just because his passion. I'm not a fan of how he plays all the time because I think his passion just kind of overrides sometimes. And it's like, dog, like, you need to relax. You know what I mean? So, but, again, I go to war with him anytime. I really would. Like, did y'all...
Do you think he's going to stay on the team?
Yeah, I think so. I think if he just has to figure out, as simple as this, how to play with LeBron.
He's just too hyped for me.
If I was him, man,
For them. His
I'm looking at-
warm-up thing. He
Yeah.
the camera, like, you don't fit in with all this. Like, it's just
Yeah.
you're like by yourself.
Yeah, you got-
Yeah.
It's too many stars.
And
yeah.
that's why I can see Bron just be like, yo, you're tweaking, bro. Relax.
You're asking somebody who once was a star to now play a role.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which is tough.
Oh,
A
yeah,
role
yeah.
for
Which is
star.
very tough.
And it's like everybody's there for the spotlight. Everyone's there because it's Hollywood.
And he's an alpha. Like,
But at some point, man, again, you got to look back at your track record. You had one of the most talented teams, probably when it's all said and done, the most talented team in NBA history when he was with OKC. And they didn't get it done. He goes to, Houston? Didn't get it done.
and they had a squad.
And they had a squad.
Game 6 is
They
good.
had a squad.
They had a squad. So it's like at some point it's like, yo, what am I doing that is not getting us to the next level? And again, he has another shot here in LA. So you're gonna have to what's my role here? And if I were him, man, I'm looking at what did D Wade do in Miami?
Yeah, because that's arguably
Because D Wade,
not as great a team.
dog,
of
D
roster.
Wade literally carried the Heat that one year to the championship. Like you talk about like alpha. He was the alpha of that team.
But Westbrook didn't be great.
He's not. But I'm saying is I'm looking at how did D Wade shrink in his role to fit this once in a lifetime player? You know what I mean? And not saying he has to change his game to a certain extent, but it's like, what are some things that work with you all, right? Because Westbrook, I mean, he's a freak athlete, man.
No, he's a dog. I'm not
Yeah.
downplaying his game. I just don't know who he fits with.
Yeah.
Where's he gonna fit?
We'll see. I mean, what are they like?
Melo, I think.
Melo looks good.
Good pickup.
Melo looks good. I think they just have, for me, man, and I've always said this, Anthony Davis is the key there. If he's healthy and he dominates on both ends, they have a shot. They're a favorite to me. Cause he hasn't reached that level yet. Cause he should be, I think at this point he should have an MVP at this point in his career. But health.
That's what he always plays.
Health. So if he can stay healthy, dominate on both ends, and how about LeBron? LeBron, his 3-pointer,
No, his just jump shot. Period.
it's crazy.
It just looks. He looks so comfortable. He looks like it's just he's comfortable.
Yeah.
in the jumper.
It's crazy to watch and beautiful to watch because it's like, that's why I give him a lot of credit, man, because out of any player, probably any athlete, never seen an athlete get criticized as much as LeBron. I'm talking out of high school, is he going to live up to expectations?
Well,
His jumper, and it's like, he's literally proven everyone, every little doubt. You can't say he's not clutch.
The only thing you can say about LeBron, I would say, is
Free throw, that's it. That's the only thing. That's literally the only
You
thing.
want to say he don't have the dog at the end of the game?
To stop.
But free throws.
That's the only thing, and I agree.
It's the free throws.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Why are you
He's too
throwing
strong.
Free throws in the first quarter.
He's too strong, dog. I think that's what it comes down to. He's too strong.
they have to find things to pick at him about.
You have
It's
to.
little stuff. It's like, oh, you didn't shoot enough in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You
You're reaching. You're reaching, man. But yeah, the NBA, it's gonna be an interesting year. The Heat look good. Giannis, the Wizards.
I went to a game on Thursday.
Yeah.
Last week. The Wizards looking alright.
The Wizards, yeah, man.
How's
I know it's
better
still the
than
beginning
they
of the
have
season, but
season opener?
Playoff? You think they can make playoffs?
They've looked
at least the playing, right?
It's tough. East playoffs is going
Yeah, like-
crazy
Yeah.
this year.
the NBA is back. Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, it
so
is.
I don't know, and you never know. I feel like the past few years, everything's kind of been toss up.
Mhm.
You get those like wild cards, like yo, where did they come from? So
I think the Bulls are that wild card this year.
Bulls, yeah, I like that pick.
The Bulls are that wild card.
Lonzo, what's the guy? Zach LaVine, and I tell you what, Caruso. The Lakers. That's a low key a tough loss for them because he plays hard.
Yeah.
probably not bad.
I mean, I can't blame him. They probably couldn't afford him, but he plays hard on both ends. He can knock down an open three. He defends like crazy.
Mellow ball.
And I was gonna say the Hornets are another
so
team.
exciting to watch,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, I would. If you had told me
Hornets.
the Ball brothers would be at the top of the East and doing their thing, I wouldn't believe
I
it
wouldn't
a few
believe
years ago.
LeVar told y'all.
If you told me LaMelo,
I didn't believe it because it was coming from him.
Yeah, fact.
If it was coming from like somebody else, I'd be like,
Nah, Melo.
yeah, he's nice.
He just put out a shoe too that was kind of fire.
I ain't see it.
It was like some
Look at
like
the commercial for that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
LeVar, like big baller. It was like a like
He pulled it like Rev Run.
yeah, it was like a what do you call it? Not like a Balenciaga type lifestyle shoe.
They are
But you can't-
with the marketing.
Yeah, you can't knock his hustle, man. 3 kids in the league. All the stuff that he said is like really coming to fruition. But nah, that's dope, man. Anything else? Any other thoughts, guys? I think we can we can wrap it up again. Message for anyone out there, but this one was kind of tailored to the athletes. Some of y'all had another shot, really, with the COVID year. So really just kind of reflect, man, and just be grateful for the position that you're in, because for some people, they didn't get another shot to go for it. So take full advantage. Remember who you are. Play with confidence. And, most importantly, dog.
Clock in. Clock in.
I think that's all I got for y'all. So, episode 57, right? 57. Again, keep Marshall and the baby and Leah in your prayers. And forgot to mention this. Shout out to my guy Andrew, dog. Andrew and Katie are out there in Cancun living their best life. My guy Andrew literally is like, one, he's holding down the DSS, Dark Skin Society. Can't forget to add that. But he's literally like a celebrity out there. he got grown women trying to take selfies with him. And they out there living, man.
Lined up.
Yeah, facts.
They
Lined up, dog. So
Who he look like? Who he could be?
that's a good question. He could be I'm not even gonna cook. I'm not even gonna cook. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Episode 57, getting closer to season 3 conclusion, but we're gonna finish strong for y'all. So again, love y'all. Peace, man. Clock in. Let's get it.